Hello and welcome to Chinny Vision 2, where I'm going to do another roam around eBay because I've had a couple of requests to do this again. I've done it before. It's a Sunday evening, just coming up for Sunday afternoon, coming up at 5:30 p.m. So we're into peak eBay time. And I'm just going to have a trawl around. And it's partly also inspired by something I saw on eBay the other day. You may have seen me tweet this. So if I type in Amstrad CPC 6128, I've never got a load of 6128s then, but what I need to do is go ending soonest. And if we scroll, here we go. Here we go. 3 bids, £52. Let's click on this. It ends tomorrow. Amstrad CPC 6128, 128K colour personal computer. And the important word, working. Now, kids, let's have a look at the Amstrad itself here. And I would say that is definitely not working. I would say that is definitely a monitor that has seen better days. Why do I think that? You might possibly say, well, that's what monitors look like when you photograph them. But there's some things going on here. Firstly, the image has collapsed in on itself, which indicates some kind of problem with the powering circuit. It could be the flyback transformer. It could be capacitors, but that is an ill monitor. Second thing is that's a CTM644, so we should be getting a colour image, and if the CPC's on, that'd be a blue screen, but only the green gun appears to be working there, with some kind of collapsed in image. But also, this is kind of important, even if the monitor's not working, when that CPC's on, there's going to be some kind of remnant of text on that screen, isn't there? So not only do we have not only do we definitely have a broken monitor, potentially the main unit is not working because there's no artifacts of text. You know, the Amstrad 128K personal, microcomputer V3, basic 1.1, all that. There'd be something there on that screen and there's nothing. Someone did say to me that the drive light is lit. And yes, that's correct. And they said, is that a problem? And I say, no, it's not a problem. The drive light on a 6128 lights very dimly when the machine is on and then flashes as bright as that LED at the top when it's accessing. So if the drive's powered, it will always have a dimly lit LED. It's just the way the drives work. But also on here, bizarrely, the printer cable is connected, but to nothing. Why it's plugged in, I don't know. Machine looks well worn. It's the working thing, really, isn't it? It's like, oh, it's got a handle. Great. The monitor's demonstrably not working. But, yeah. Oh, we could translate those date codes, but I really can't be bothered. Yeah, I mean, well, it's not a working 6128, is it? And I hope any of the 3 people who are bidding on this... Oh, I can't see. Okay, I'm not allowed to see because I'm not logged in. But I hope any of the 3 people bidding on this aren't taking this idiot's description of it working as being the truth, because clearly it is not. Any other 6128s on there? There's a parts only from France, £68.45 postage. There's a Gotek installed 6128, £122. Yeah. How long can current prices sustain themselves? I don't really know. Let's just try Amstrad CPC as a search because that's going to be easier. I just wanted to show you that one because it's lunacy. Ending soonest. Load of games. 464, 40 computer only, 50 minutes, £13.50. Missing keys. Missing 1 key, missing 1 cursor key. Oh, and someone's smashed up the tape deck. What does it say? A few keys missing. See a pic of what you get. General untested. I'm betting it works. But minus the broken keys. That could be a good doer-upper, £13.50, 7 bids. They are built pretty well. And usually, as I often say, sorry to repeat myself so often, if they don't turn on, it's usually corrosion on the on-off switch or possibly the power or monitor switch. I had a problem with one of my 464s, hadn't been used for a while the other day. Monitor wouldn't come on. It was just, again, a little bit of oxidation on the DIN connector, and deoxided it, and it was fine. But usually it's the power connector or the on-off switch. But, you know, the generally 464s are pretty good. Operation Thunderbolt, £7.99 there. Total Recall, £10.50. Oh, I wish I hadn't thrown away so many of my big box games when I moved house. Copy of Bridget, 99 pence. Not too much exciting. Here's a 464, £92. Says it's tested. You see, if you say you've got it tested, why don't you show the monitor on? Therefore, at least you see it running. I wonder about some of these. I'm sure it is tested, although the other one wasn't. But yeah, I mean, what's the hardship in just turning it on and showing? What do you mean by tested as well? Does it load software? Tested in working good condition overall for its age. Power in fine and all keys were tested and working too. Post a photograph of it showing that it is powered on and all the keys work. How hard is this? How hard? You want to sell a computer? You could, if you show it working, when I eBay stuff, I show it working. Hopefully it pushes the price up. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Oh, dear. JD87 Retro Collectibles, get your act together. That's Snyder. Oh, £179.16. I'd love to own a Snyder for CPC, but not one from Albania that costs £179.60. Oh, the exchange rate's so rubbish, isn't it? Oh, my. 664 as well. Snyder 664. £97.41. That's gone orange. Yeah, only 664. So CPC 664. On. Oh, no, didn't type that right. CPC 664. We're going to load of printer stuff. No. Is that another monitor that... Yeah. Please buy my monitor. Exactly the same issue. The problem is, all of these displays, if you're buying a CRT, they're ancient. The power circuitry is critical to these things. And frankly, at the age of getting on for 40, a lot of them need love and attention and repair. Sometimes the insulation could break down on some of the circuitry as well. But I mean, what's he say about this, or she? For parts not working due to a tube fault. So at least, there you go, look. For parts not working due to a tube fault. However, it is working as shown by the CPC prompt on the screen. This is a common fault which someone with the technical skill spare parts may be able to fix. And then they post to a link on CPC Wiki. It's like, yes, but you've got to be able to get to the problem with messing around with monitors is I mean, at least this guy's being honest. £25, buy it now. You could probably put a cheaper bid in for that. Free collection in person from Pontefract doesn't post. Yeah, I mean, much as I love CRTs, the days are... It's getting difficult, isn't it? It's getting very difficult. Ooh, CPC for Amstrad, the RS232 serial interface, the Amstrad one, for £199. Wow. Anything else down there? Gotek OpenFOX cable set adapter. Copy Starglider for £64. What I pay for mine the other month? 10, which was a bargain, admittedly, but I'm not paying £64 for a copy of Starglider, thank you. Let's see what the Spectrum scene has. What have we got? I wish it would always list it ending soonest. It's an auction site. So we've got a 48k for £52. Not unreasonable at that price. We've got 3 for spares there for 62. Get rid of some of those. Three computers only for spares, selling without power supply 16k or 48k, all issue 3 in the case of a bit rough condition. Suitable for spares. I mean, the thing is you can get new faceplates for them anyway, so them being a bit rough, the metal faceplate doesn't really matter, but of course they don't work unless you fancy a project. Let's go back. Can I go back? Why can't I go back? Let's close some of these windows. Sinclair Spectrum computer. Ending soonish yet. So we've got a job lot, £92 there. A couple of 48k. Why is it opening a new window every time? A couple of 48k pluses there. Looks like a decent bundle. £92. 5 bids on it. 70 games, unknown peripheral. Just black for me, all I can see there. That'd be a decent bundle to get someone going. That'll be all right. Grey Plus 2, £32, spare all repairs. Unchecked or tested. I have no way of knowing this works. You know what? I might stick a bid on that myself later if it's untested at £32 currently. Possibly. 128k. Oh, there we go. 128k. Ah, no, it's a +2. You see, I thought it was going to be a 128. I thought 128 for that kind of money, I'd be in for that. But no. There's a few +2s there. Couple, they're not too bad. I'm hoping prices level. I know economic circumstances are difficult and I shouldn't be willing that on because obviously I don't want that to happen. But if we get some levelling off on the retro market for us people who are genuine collectors, not just showing off in our retro man cave of a wall of boxes of computers we don't understand and never use, those of us who actually appreciate these machines have always appreciated these machines, use them and love them and need a few spares because it causes deep distress when your computer breaks. Hopefully things might get a little bit better for us because I'd like a couple more +2 spares, Grey +2s, my workhorse machine. If my +2 went down, I would be absolutely gutted. That's the absolute workhorse of the channel, the Grey +2. And we always get the people who slag off Amstrad and what have you. I saw Funky Spectrum on his channel the other day talking about Grey +2s, and I was glad to see that he agreed with, we didn't agree with me, but it's the same opinion, basically, that if you want a Spectrum, you want a Grey +2, that's the one to have. Yeah, it doesn't look as nice as a 48k or a proper 128k, but they're affordable, reliable, plentifully available, and they run everything. Barring very, very few things. And the black +2 looks nicer, but yeah, and +3 looks nice, but the Grey +2 may not be the best looking Spectrum, but it's the one to own. Let's see what the Commodore scene has. Especially since I'm currently in possession of 2 broken C64s, which is I must get a hold of a Commodore lad and get that sent to him. Computer. Oh, good. C64 minis. Brilliant. 10 games? No, I want a computer. I want a computer. Commodore 64 box original, £72, parts only. I'm not, I find boxes a hassle and a stress. I don't want them. If you want to put your computer on the shelf and look at the case and go, oh, look, I've got a box Commodore 64, good for you. I just want a computer that works, that I can use, and the box is just, if I get a computer in a box, and I've got computers in boxes, I just find it hassle because you've got to store the blooming things. And I'm certainly not putting them on a shelf like some kind of weird trophy cabinet. Computers are to use, not to look at the boxes. Selling my Commodore 64 from the 80s, as the breadboard version came out originally. Good, fair to good cosmetic condition, but no dents, powers up, blah, blah. No returns. I love it when they say no returns because, of course, you can send back returns on eBay. If it turns up smashed up, I've bought a Commodore 16 that turned up smashed up. I sent it back. The bloke who sold it to me, said no returns. And no, that's not the case at all. It was, he had to take it back. Do we really not have that many C64s? Ah, right. C64C from Egypt. Are we really that short of C64s tonight? Let me try C64 computer. £59. Ah, that's a good... Oh, it's from Italy. Shame. That's a nice setup. If you got that for about 60 quid, you'd be quite happy, although you're not going to order it from Italy at the moment. But that's not... There's those seasons. Why aren't there many C64s on this evening? Don't know. Advanced Art Studio, £29, 30 quid. Dealers. Gotta be dealers. Right, okay, Amiga. Let's look at the Amiga computer. Let's give ourselves a laugh for things we couldn't afford, but I'm certainly glad enough I've owned one since 1992. Right, Amiga 1200 refurbished, 16 gig. 205. What will it go for, though? 49 minutes left. 49 minutes left. 10 meg. Memory. 16 gig SD. That'd be a nice bundle for someone located in Grimsby. This was using my YouTube channel, SHG Retro. Small scrape. I've installed around 1,200 games to keep everyone busy for long. Fast! Hello, Fast! No one cares these days, do they? Nice bundle for someone. Amiga 1200's got a little bit of damage, as he says, on one of the Alt keys. Oh, there you go. You can see down there. I'm pointing at the screen like you see me pointing at the screen. That's fine. No one's going to notice that. How's he done that? Is that retro brightening it too much, or... He's got a software glitch on WHC load, can't figure out. Yeah, that's a decent enough bundle for someone. I don't know what to go for in an hour's time, but yeah. We get 1200 motherboard. £600 0B. Who's going to buy I mean, really? Really, Xena 2947? Yes, it's got a CD-ROM player. Whoopee-doo. What are you going to do with that in 2022? Problem is, yeah, it's all very well putting these extra, CD-ROMs and stuff and then pricing it all up. But I just can't see what you're going to do with that. Oh, Pimple Dreams, no box. Striker, no box. Amiga 1200. Oh, that's even more orange than mine. Wow. What? How have you... Now, mine's oranged in the exact way the sun used to go over it in my childhood bedroom. So it's the left... Sun would come in from the right. So actually the shadows of the keys on the left-hand side are perfectly fine, and everything else has gone orange. Not quite that orange. Yeah. But that's you can deal with that, or just live with it. I'm very much live with it these days, to be honest. I can't be doing red typewriting. Just enjoy the machines. It's becoming like those people who have cars that can't go. They've got a car, they restore it, they never drive it, it sits in the garage, it can't go out if it's a bit damp outside. Just enjoy the machines. Just enjoy them. Use them while we still got them. Oh, it's his neighbour gave it to him. My plan was to get it working, but I'm starting a new business. Working when he last plugged it in. So his neighbour gave it to him, and now he's selling it on eBay. It's untested. Oh, it's got a hard disk. There's a hard disk in there. Any date codes I can see on that hard disk? It's an IBM. I'd put that late 90s, early 2000s when IBM was still making hard disks before they sold their entire business hard disk business because it all went horribly wrong with the 80 gig Death Stars, which I suffered from. And worse, I'd recommended them to work as well, and they all failed there. So, yeah. £250 Amiga there. £15 one there. Case only. Original case. That's interesting. Ooh. Yeah. If it was a bit nicer than that. If you're going to sell a case, wouldn't you do it up a bit? Wouldn't you tidy it up just a tad? So it didn't look like someone has attacked it and then buried it for many years. You know, a quick wipe doesn't cost a lot, does it? Okay, let's see. Atari STE. I'm never going to buy one. Let's see if there's any STEs on this evening. 249 with Cubase on it. ST parts only, £94.99. Buy it right now. You don't generally see STEs at good prices or generally much at all. 234 best off or best offer. Oh, no, this is all hopeless. Just bog standard STFM. It's just all games and things. There's not much exciting going on this evening for Sunday night, is it? Usually there's a few things on. Commodore 6. Let's have a look at if there's any Commodore 16s on. Why am I getting Commodore Amiga, that 1200 back on? I've kind of always fancied having... I did buy a C16. I had to go back, and I've ended up with a Plus 4. I like the look of the C16. It looks like a better-looking Commodore 64 with that, because it's all done in black. But no, not much on, is there? Commodore... Let's try a C16 computer. Slim pickings. It's slim pickings. It's not even like a bank holiday or anything. It's just a really dull week on here. MSX computer. Usually a few MSXs on. Oh, right. Okay, well, I've got a Maltese C16 and Plus 4 bundle there. Are there really no MSXs on this evening? Oh, no, okay. Oh, we get the usual suspects from Egypt that are always here. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, look at this. Look at the state of that. Oh my. It's from Japan. Look at that. Oh, the numeric keypad has the her numbers and things stuck on as labels. That's rather horrible. That's a shame. They were actually green, proper green keys. It's a wavy 70 FD from Sanyo. MSX2 Plus. Wow. All the usual Japanese suspects, which you're not interested in. We got a parts only HX10. Like the HX10, we gave one away on Trinivision. It's a boxed one. Nicky and Bunty won it on that competition. They're nice machines, and they are a good standard MSX1 machine. Only downside is they are composite only, as many MSX1s are. Apart from some of the Sonys. I think there is a Toshiba actually that has a RGB out. Rare Philips from Belgium. Ooh, £517, MSX2. Yeah, it's not exciting enough for that kind of money, is it? 256k RAM. 360k disk drive capacity. What's the video RAM? Doesn't tell you. VRAM 128k. Yeah, but £500. And the problem is, it's got a SCART socket on the back. The problem is you can get something far sexier from Japan for less money, or at least the same money. That's a lot for a rather dull looking. It looks exciting, but half that money? Really? For something like that? Kind of thing you used to be able to pick up from the Netherlands for reasonable prices before Brexit, but pay to that. Christmas, another Egyptian MSX2 there. All from Italy. Greece, Egypt. We've not picked the best week for the most exciting things, and another Toshiba. There, what machines haven't we looked at? Let's try VIC-20. VIC-20 computer, ending soonest. Not much on, is there? Really? It's all games. I wonder if the price of Sega Master System games have come down. So, I've got 3 minutes left on a copy of Robocop versus the Terminator. For £3.99 plus £3 packaging. That's kind of fairly normal. Postage has gone up. Postage has gone up a lot in recent years. Used to get a Master System game postage for about £1.50, £2. Now about £3.50 seems to be the average. Castle of Illusion, that's from France. Because I'm not logged in, I don't have all my usual preferences, so you can't. Why is Flashback showing up in there? Clack, £7, 3p from France. I don't want it from France. Can I turn off? Where it's from? Can't see. No, I mean, it is what it is. No super bargains to be had, but prices aren't too silly. Perhaps they're levelling off now. Doesn't seem to be a lot of bids around on some of this stuff. We could try the Atari 8-bits, Atari 7800 games. Amidar for £14, complete with manual. 40, that's not bad. Is that the proper 7800? Was there a 7800 version? Or am I looking at a 2600 game? £2,600. Yeah, it says. Why is it giving me 2600 games when I want a 7800. Yeah, silly prices, £51. Still sealed. Yeah, the problem with buying still sealed 7800 games is the seal, usually if it's shrink wrap, it can collapse the packaging. And if the shrink wrap hasn't collapsed the packaging, this isn't shrink wrapped, is it? But if the shrink wrap, oh, it is. If the shrink wrap hasn't collapsed the packaging, I'm slightly suspicious. Because shrink wrap does shrink over time. Well, it looks like it's straining at it a bit there. And there's the handle for the holder has gone very orange, so I suspect it is genuine. But yeah, that's something to watch out for. If it is shrink wrapped, if it looks very fresh, it's probably because it is. Ninja Golf, new sealed from Denmark. Postage not specified, which means they're not going to post it to the UK. So yeah, that's a quick look around eBay on this evening, the 2nd of October, 2022. Not terribly exciting this evening, is it? But that's what happens sometimes. You get slow evenings on eBay, and sometimes it can be everything kicking off. Don't know why it's slow this evening, but at least that's a few machines to look at, and thank you for watching. Cheers.